For many years, I mean, literally the last 60 years that the BLM has had jurisdiction here, there's been mining operations that have taken salt brine off the salt flats and taken that for the purpose of separating it from potash, which is a commercial product. We just had a very much of a breakthrough when the BLM just signed the environmental assessment, which requires that there be a permanent replenishment program. That is, if a mining operation were to take a pound of salt brine, they would have to return a pound of salt brine. And actually the program was proposed by Intrepid Potash, to their credit, and they are now partners with us in this effort. They are returning this salt, because they don't use the salt, returning it here. The problem is that this is really just a holding action. This land that you're seeing right now used to be 5 and 8 feet thick. It's now measured in inches. So what we need to do is a restoration program. We need to bring more salt onto the salt flats. And so we're raising money to work with Intrepid to have them pump more salt and salt brine back to the salt flats than they actually removed. Matter of fact, to their credit, though they had no obligation to do so, in the last 2 years they have they have pumped 500,000 tons of salt brine each year onto the salt flats. And if you ask the racers, you can tell. Just in 2 years of 500,000 tons a year, people can tell. So what has to happen now is we're sort of at the cutting edge of what do we do next to restore this. This particular property is on the National Register of Historic Places. It is a national treasure for the United States, and for that matter, all around the world. People come from all around the world to race here. People come to vacation and see this incredible natural phenomenon. We believe it's our obligation, since no one seems to be prepared to do it, it's our obligation to restore the Bonneville Salt Flats to their earlier stage. I'd like to see in the next 10 years having 3 feet more salt than we have today.